So listen, another Dragon Ball announcement at the Genki Daimatsuri stage part 2, and they said it's a super announcement. Okay, the first announcement, if you didn't see my video, it was the Moro arc being revealed, and this announcement kind of answered my question about how they're gonna go about catching people up who didn't see certain things, because if they're just gonna adapt the Moro arc and then Granola, they're gonna have to skip the superhero movie and all that. So it just kind of puts it all into question. So they are going to show Beerus. They're going back to Battle of Gods. Okay, we're getting a Battle of Gods remake. That means the rumors, the leaks that we had like last month were true. Okay, Battle of Gods is the first thing up on the list for a remake. As far as we know, there's no confirmation for anything else, but Battle of Gods is being remade as a TV series. It's going to be airing on Fuji TV in the fall 2026. Okay, so this is a accumulation of footage from the movie and the anime, and a lot of things that have been just retouched, redrawn, and a bunch of added new cuts, as you can see already in this trailer. There's a bunch of added new cuts and a bunch of like just new stuff in general going on in this trailer, and we haven't seen it. We've seen the story for Battle of Gods, but there's always a way that you can just, they can make it better. You know, they can show more. They can give you these different angles and express the characters in different ways and all that. Like, I want to see a different cut of Beerus floating down to the planet, you know? Like, why not? I'll take it. And then we still get to have our continuation of the anime in general, because the anime is starting off in full blast. They're about to catch it all up. They're going to kind of remake Battle of Gods. There's no confirmation, like I said, on if they're going to remake the exhibition tournament. Like, that's a new cut right there. Beerus didn't look like that in the anime or the movie. So I don't know if they're going to go to the Universe 7 and 8 exhibition tournament. I don't know if they're going to do that. I would like that. The fight with Hit and Goku and Hit and Vegeta and Piccolo fighting the other people from the other universe. I want all of that stuff to get retouched and remastered. They called this and referred to this as an enhanced edition that reconstructs the story, because they also said that they want it to be more faithful to Toriyama's original draft. So he was specifically talking about the portrayal of Beerus's power and how strong he truly is and stuff like that, right? Because, you know, he said you start to have this image of Beerus as like your old uncle that just eats food and stuff, right? So he wants to portray that god of destruction, fearsome side of Beerus again. And look at this animation. And that's a scene, obviously, that's the cut from the anime, right? Enhanced, touched up, but that's a cut straight up from the anime. This other one, I don't remember this cut. That, first of all, that's been touched up and enhanced. They gave Vegeta an aura around his Super Saiyan rage. And then this is like completely touched up and a brand new cut in general, right? So him fighting Beerus powering up initially. So it's going to be amazing in every way, shape, or form, dude. It's coming out in fall 2026, like I said, and it's going to be coming out sooner and quicker than the remake. I mean, not the remake, the continuation of Super, right? With the Moro arc and all of that getting continued, because they're going to pick up after the Tournament of Power. Like they said earlier, they're picking up after the Tournament of Power. But in the meantime, we're going to get the stuff that happened before all of that retouched. At least so far, they're starting with Beerus. We don't know, like I said, the other things being done. We have no way of knowing that yet. It might not happen. But this right here is good enough for me. Okay, it looks amazing. Retouched up in every way. Okay? Like, oh man. It's called Dragon Ball Super Beerus. Beerus is on the title. It's a Beerus story. They can do this with the next one, Dragon Ball Super Champa. What if they do that, Dragon Ball Super Champa, and it's starting off from the perspective of the other universe, or showing them a little bit more? Who knows? Who knows what they're gonna do, right? Fall 2026. And to sum it up, they've been working on this, and this is going to be done, you know, it's done pretty quick, so they can ship this out fast, because they're, you know, it's like with if you watch One Piece, they kind of remastered the Fishman Island arc, of One Piece. So yeah, so they're just gonna kind of give Beerus a renewed portrayal. It's still the same Beerus. They're not gonna portray him different, but you're gonna like it's revitalizing Beerus, right? Like he said, they call this the enhanced edition of the that reconstructs the story. Okay, an evolved edition, and yeah, various things will be enhanced. I like this idea so much. I always thought this was a possibility, but truthfully, I thought they would entirely remake it. This makes more sense. It's quicker. It's still a remake. You know, it's still touching up the old stuff. I want to see the Goku Black saga. We need Dragon Ball Super Goku Black, right? Or maybe they'll call it Dragon Ball Super Zamasu. Who knows? Goku Black, I think, that shit will hit harder. But he's talking right here about how he read the scenarios. He wants things to be more faithful to the original draft because Beerus is a powerful enemy. So, yeah, this is going to be amazing. Okay, there's nothing much else to say about this. Again, if this is another announcement, I will talk about it. I will drop a video about it. But for now, I guess this is all I really have to say. This is the poster we got for fall 2026. Okay. First time we've seen the image. First time this has been revealed. Brand new image. I like it. Beerus speaks with his back. His presence is big. That's what they're talking about, you know. Yeah, you see, Beerus is huge. So it's just showing you how he's just so menacing and he's a powerful entity and a threat. Okay. And I like this idea, man. Like I said, they need to do this with the rest. Term of the power. If they do the term of the power and make it like think of better ways to eliminate people, I would be 100% satisfied with that. Yo, that shit would be so nice, dude. Term of power. Oh boy. It's a matter of time, man. We have to see what they do. Okay. So I guess this is it for me. End of this video. Like I said, watch out for the next announcement. If there's another announcement, I'm on top of it, man. Okay. The new development of Super. See, listen, this is what he said too. My bad. I know I said I'm done. But he said it's a new form of expression, isn't it? The story is based on your original plan, and I would like you to see the new. Okay. And I know some of these subtitles, it's like they keep one word up for a while. But there we go, the new development of the story and the Super launch. So they're launching Super again, right? I said the Dragon Ball Super is still going on. And as I announced on the stage the other day, this is the first episode or the start of Super. So I wanted to start Super once again, or rather, I wanted everyone to see Super once again, right? I'm very happy about that. And his name is Beerus, apparently. Oh, they calling him Beerus, but he's a voice actor. I think he's just Beerus' voice actor, but they're straight up calling him Beerus. They said Beerus is now in the title too. Yes, Beerus is in the title. So, yeah, and I guess he has something to do with that. He has something to do with the script, apparently. I don't know, because he was the one talking too. They were both talking. So, yeah, there you go. He said it right there, words out of the horse's mouth. Enhanced edition, closer to Toriyama's original script, and they want. This is what I was saying before too. When the Super remake idea or leak came out initially, I already said it makes sense for them to do it if they want people to see Super, and they're about to eventually do Moro and all that because Super's coming back. Super as a brand has been split because you see some parts of Super in the manga, some parts of Super in the anime, some parts of Super are in the formats of a movie. None of it is all in one. The anime is going to be where they have everything all connected in one straight line. That's why Daima is going to still exist, no matter how much people act like it is not going to. The potential of a Daima 2 is very, very strong. And that doesn't mean they'll turn back into kids. They don't have to. But the potential of a Daima 2 is very, very strong. Okay? That's something you got to watch out for, because they're trying to make the anime just one whole consistent thing. This is why they want the old parts of Super, the old stories in Super, to match the image the new Super. They want to match the image that Dragon Ball has now. And then when they start going forward after Moro Granola, and when it, like I said earlier, when they catch back up to the superhero movie, because they're not going to readapt that, but the superhero movie was literally, it was the last chapter of Dragon Ball. For like, you know, as far as like the manga and the anime, all the stories that have happened until Daima came along. Daima takes place before Beerus though in the timeline. So superhero is technically the last chronological point of what happened. In the manga, we got the follow-up of the superhero movie when they went to Beerus's planet and all the Saiyans were fighting on Beerus's planet. So my point in saying all this is they're gonna align all of the events starting with Beerus. Okay, this is the beginning of Super, the Super launch. Like as they said, this is the Super launch. The video earlier was a part of that. We're gonna get things built all the way up. I wouldn't be surprised if they start doing Goku Black next, or was it the Universe 7 survival saga with the little exhibition tournament with Champa's planet, right? Champa's, you know, universe, right? That might be next, and then we get a little quick Goku Black. You know, they're dropping them on TV really quick, and they can do it quick. We might have to wait like a year and a half until the Moro stuff gets animated. I forget when Moro gets animated. We're gonna find out, and I'll type it down below. But this video's done. Okay, there's nothing else to say. 2 crazy announcements in one day. What's next? We gotta wait and see. Okay, and I will be covering it. I'm out.